How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining Let It Fly Disc Off. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a couple things that I've been working on that has made that easy distance get even easier. Stay tuned. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about elbow placement. We're going to talk about swing path. We're going to talk about slowing down and how slowing down can help you catch a lot more for easier distance. So let's talk about the arm and the swing path the idea that I had. So I had this idea that I'm trying to get into a deep pocket. I thought that the deeper I could get, the easier distance I could get. But for me, this has not worked. I don't practice my shadow swings like this, right? I practice it like this. What I notice is that my arm bends in and then I fire out. I allow the disc to come in and then here. What I should have been focusing on is bringing the disc in and from this position firing out. So let's take a look at a couple videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. We have Paul McBeth lined up over here at the European Open 2023 backhand. Slow motion, we're going to look at Paul McBeth's and then we're going to also look at KJ's. Paul starts bringing the disc in. Basically, he's rotating, getting this elbow into that 90. If anything, it's a little bit more than 90 as far as pulling back. But right here, you can see his shoulders are flat and then right here. So he has a good position with that pocket right here. It's not collapsed. It's not too far open. But when Paul gets that disc in, as soon as he gets it into basically his left pec or on his left side, he starts firing it out. Let's move it over to KJ. Now, I like KJ's because of the fact that he throws everything on hyzer for the most part. He brings the disc in. Now, right here, Paul McBeth's shoulders are already kind of rotated a little bit more. So at this point, Paul McBeth would actually start firing out. KJ pulls his in a little bit longer and he's waiting for that shoulder. But as you can see, it's starting to move, starting to go outwards. So it's okay for the disc to slide a little bit forward, but we're not trying to do it so extreme. But the important thing that you see with KJ is that even though it is sliding forward, he's still keeping the disc really close to his body. So as you can see from watching Paul McBeth and Kevin Jones, they get into that power pocket, but they do not let the disc slide in further here and then throw. What they do is they actually come here and then they fire from that position. So let me give you an example of the first throw where I'm going here and then I'm letting it just trying to guide it that way. We'll do another slow motion video where I'm going here and then coming out there, and we'll look at the nose angle as well. So more than likely what you saw in the video is probably came out kind of funny. It's not allowing me to get any of my body rotation into it, but it feels like I'm throwing with like 70% of my power. Now let's see what it looks like whenever I'm throwing from this angle instead of allowing the disc to come all the way through. So as you can see, it allows me to get the disc flat with releasing with better nose angle. So we want to have a good elbow position. We don't want to be dropping our arm down like this. We want to be kind of like in a comfortable position. The other thing is we want our shoulders to be super relaxed, because what we don't want to happen is we don't want to have our shoulder pulling up. We don't want to have our shoulder blade going back. If you're doing any of this, set your camera up at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, record yourself throwing at 12 o'clock, and when you get to this position, if you're pulling, you're gonna see your shoulder go up or your shoulder blade going back. We got a relaxed shoulder, our elbows here. Now we don't really care about this. We want this to be loose. People say we want the whole arm to be loose. That's not the idea. We need to have some stability in our arm so that this way it doesn't drop, okay? Now I'm not forcing, I'm not like all muscles, right? If anything, technique is gonna overpower muscles 9 times out of 10. Let's say that I'm here, I'm bent over, and I coil my shoulders. Well, when I stick my arm out, I'm no longer rounding. I'm here, I coil, stick the disc out. Now the thing is, we want this part right here to have some stability. Okay, we're not clamping down, but it has enough stability to the point where when I rotate, it doesn't collapse. We don't want that to collapse. We want it to be here. What am I thinking? One, it's not a pull. If anything, it's almost a bend. What do I mean by that? We're here, and as we start to rotate our shoulders, if we bend our elbow in, then we're in the power pocket. So don't think of it as a pull, think of it as a bend and rotation, synchronized together. The other thing I want you to think of is, how do I get this to be locked in place without having to bite down with your muscles? Okay, remember, technique will always surpass strength when it comes to disc golf. If I stick my arm out, can I get it out further? Yes, I can. How do I do that? Just by extending my arm out. Now, when that happens, I can't pull my arm back, okay, if I'm pushing it forward. I'm feeling some tension right here. Now, when I go to rotate, I don't imagine pulling, I imagine bending. But when you do this, you should feel a little tension right here. Okay, and that's what I'm thinking about. Here, bending in, and then right here, I feel some tension, but this is still loose. So here's a drill you can work on. Relax, elbow up, we're pouring the tee. As we rotate, we stick the arm forward, okay? So you can do this slowly too. Keep it here, rotate, stick the arm forward. So here we're relaxed, we come in, and then as we go to rotate, we push the disc. And I wouldn't say it's like 70%, it's really minimum, but you are still trying to push outwards. So something like this. I'm here, I rotate, stick the arm out, and then here's where we slow down and get the timing right. The last thing I want to talk about is slowing down. What will this do for you? When I'm practicing this, even out on the course, I'm probably throwing maybe about 30 to 35%, okay? And what I found out is that I can reach a lot of the holes with just that amount of power. So when you see those long distance holes, don't think, oh, I need to get there in one throw, okay? What we really want to focus on is our technique. What I will say is go out to the field, throw about 30%, make sure you're maintaining all your techniques, and see how far you can actually throw. I'll bet you anything that you will probably be able to throw just as far with slow and good technique versus you speeding up to 60-70% with your most flippiest disc or whatever. I'll win. Okay, smooth is slow and slow is far, right? You get it, right? There is something to that. Slow is smooth and smooth is far. That's going to be it for this video. I appreciate everyone that liked and subscribed in my last videos. If you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. Put a comment down introducing yourself. Let me know what you're struggling with. Maybe we'll put those ideas into some videos later. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway, so make sure you stay around for that. I will also be having some merch coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that as well. Other than that, that's all I got for you today. Keep up the good work, get out in the field, and let it fly. Peace.